Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. Thanks a lot for hacking all of this weekend and joining us right now at the closing ceremony for Hack the Runway. It's been a good weekend. We've had some really cool stuff happen throughout, some really amazing projects. I've personally loved interacting with hackers this weekend. We had a nice amount of activity in some of our mini events like design and outfit for uh, Gene as well. So it's been a good weekend, and I can already see people are active here in the live chat here. Like we have Krishna here. Hi, good to hear you're excited. Satyam, great to see you here. We're here for our demos first. When we're getting started with that. Hey, hi, Tom's mail. I see Vijay's excited. We've got Akib, and there's a lot of folks. Joshua's here again. So, overall, great to have you all here. Thank you so much for joining in. Now, I do want to mention for the closing ceremony, first, we're going to spend some time looking at the videos, the demos that were opted in by people in the demo, um, you know, in the channel that we had. So we're gonna have a look at those first, while the judges still finish evaluation, and after that we're gonna spend some time, take a little break, maybe chat a little about how the hack has been, and yes, after that we will be bringing up the winners as well. So it's all gonna be there in the ceremony, but first we're gonna touch a little upon the demos we have. All right. So without much further ado, let me bring up the demos that people have shared here in the channel with us. So I think the first project we saw here is Style Loft. And let's see what this is about. Is there no sound coming through? I just saw a message there. Can someone else confirm? Okay. If there is no sound, let me fix that up. Just a second. This always happens, I tell you. Like as much as you can try, this is just bound to happen. So let me figure this out. Just let me know if it's audible right now. Is the video audible? Nope. Okay. Well, there is another way to go about this. Let me just do that. And hopefully things will work out after this. Let me know if you can hear it now.
Hi everyone, this is Team Don't React, and our hack for Hack the Runway is Style Lock. Before we begin, let me ask you
Perfect.
a few questions. Is your wardrobe full, but you still have nothing to wear? Is wearing the same outfit boring for you? You like fashion, but hate the search agony every morning. Every time you go through your wardrobe and think about what to wear today, and your decisions just take decades to choose your today's outfit. If your answer is a yes to any of these questions, then we have a solution for you. Style Loft is a creation that can solve these problems and can save your time. It can help you to make your daily outfits amazing. You can take pictures of your available outfits and decide what you want to wear and when. Just go to our calendar section and select the date you are preparing the outfit for and click on save. If you don't like, you can just change your outfit. Your hashtag OTD is now decided and saved in a calendar feature. Tap what you wear and reorder within a day. Like some trendy outfits but do not have time to in your wardrobe, you can pair from multiple magazine style options and in just one click, you can order this amazing outfit from us. This application does not just give you reminders. This website helps you to be more confident with your outfit, irrespective of who you are. What's next in store for Style Lock? We would be adding some extra features like matching the outfits using AI, choosing color combinations for all your outfits, and you can also arrange your wardrobe as per your aesthetic. So stay confident and stay fashion. This application was developed by Shwara Singh, Joseph Collins, and Vijay Chaudhary. Thank you.
Awesome. That's actually pretty cool. I definitely like the concept there. And, buying,
I'm
reordering for
actually a
each
terrible
date.
programmer.
And yeah, that's not the video we wanted to go to, but yeah, pretty interesting hack. Thank you so much for submitting that. I think it's job well done there for sure. The theme's very on point. So yeah, wish you all the best. Let me bring up the next project link that we got. And yeah, that's Vogue AI. So I will just get this started.
Hello, I'm Shobhi Kangshavani and this is my video demo for Hack the Runway. Vogue AI is an UI concept where, with the power of artificial intelligence and machine learning, it would help users recommend their daily wardrobe without any hassle. Apart from that, this Vogue AI would help you keep up with the current fashion trends or to promote your own unique fashion statements, or if you are a paparazzi or if you are a model, you are free to promote your own works. The objective of this Vogue AI is to help people choose their wardrobe without any hassle based on the events, based on their age, based on their gender, based on their preferences. The Vogue AI contains an AI powered recommending system for choosing the perfect wardrobe. A post system where users can post or to open a poll for other users, and there is also a weekly and a daily wardrobe recommending system in the home screen. So this is the intelligent AI that we're talking about. I choose male, I choose the occasion, I prefer tradition, there are four colors preferences, and my nationality is Indian. And it will recommend me this style, what I should wear in the occasion. Apart from that, users can write and post their poll as well as react on it. And apart from that, in the home screen, there is a weekly and a daily wardrobe recommending system. This is the wardrobe of the week, and this is today's wardrobe. So, this is the design system. This is the designs that I have made, and feel free to suggest on how to improve this. And thank you. Have a nice day.
Nice. That's actually a pretty good concept, and that way I think it's a very developed Figma prototype. A lot of good UI UX stuff. So well done throughout the you know throughout this hackathon. And I'll tell you what, you should definitely go ahead and continue building on this idea. It has a lot of potential and could be really good. So yeah, awesome. Wish you all the very best. Let me bring up the next project we have here. All right, if you can just give me a second, I'll just get this. Oh, I am not audible. Okay, now I think we should be good. Now it's good, right? Okay, I just had to messed up my mic volume for a second there, but yeah, I was just saying this was actually a very cool project. I think it's a wonderful idea, and I absolutely loved this demo video. I think it was so cool, if I'm honest, to have and show that the routine at the start. It was wonderful, honestly, and I think definitely it would be really nice to see how this project does in judging. But yeah, amazing work there. It definitely has a lot of use cases there, right? Like aside from the cost perspective, of course, it is a lot more eco-friendly because production decreases. At the same time, you probably don't have like if production decreases, you're not just spending more on manufacturing, but you can let nature be as it is. So really cool solution. Awesome, thank you. All right, so for the next one, I am bringing up our next demo here as well. And the next demo we have is show your style. Let's check this one out.
Hello, I'm Henok. Today I made a website where people can share their styles anonymously. So it's built using Mern Stack. And every day is your fashion show and the world is your runway. That's my motto. And people can fly with their styles. So this is the website, this is the landing page. So this guy right here loves his jeans. Cool. So these are the posts. So when people make a post, it will appear like this. And there will be a timestamp. There will be the title, and then people can have a like button. And then there will be some description. So these are just some things that I posted. And now let's go ahead and try. Also, you can make change after the post. The reason I did that is because I want people to be comfortable and confident about their posts. Also, I disabled the edit button because it's not that important. So yeah, so let's give it a title, for example. Let's call it style. And then here is my go-to style. And then we can choose a file. And then now I can check. So I have a title here. So I have a message here. I can add whatever I want. This is a nice swag by MLH. And then I can click submit. And then when you do that, here's it. So this one was posted an hour ago, and this one, the one that I posted right now. So I can also like this, and then it will increment that. And like this, people can share even their collages if they want to, or their their style for work, or maybe it's an outfit and everything they want. Yeah, thank you.
Nice. I especially like the few features in there, we had a little feature of Ryan. I think I saw myself as well. But it's definitely a pretty nice app. Being able to share, it's definitely a good example and makes a lot of sense for this hackathon. So very on theme. That way, I have to say it's definitely well done. Thank you so much. Right, I think I have another video with me, so I will just bring that up. Um, After that, I'll go check in and see how judging is going. So once that's through, this is the last demo for now. After that, we'll definitely go ahead and we'll get that ready for us. So let's bring up this video as well. In the meantime, I can also have a look and see if we have any. Okay, yeah. All right, let's get this going. pretty cool that way. I think focusing on the fashion shows aside from the clothes, it's definitely a good idea. And okay, I think there might have been some audio issues in the video. Unfortunately, that's how the audio is. I couldn't do much there. I checked if we were at max volume, but that was honestly that was the max volume we had. But either way, it's a pretty interesting hack there, right? Like it's there for people to be able to share and discover fashion shows a lot more easily. So good job for sure. I think we've had some really cool demos here, haven't we? Some really on theme demos. So I'm actually excited to see how judging goes forward, and let's see how things work out, right? I'm seeing we've got some commentary here. It was good for sure. People, I think we've definitely had people enjoy the demos here. So, and of course, it's always nice to see appreciation for your fellow participants. That's one of the biggest charms of any hackathon, right? It's we're out there to compete, but we're learning and we're growing and we're building together. So awesome projects, amazing work by all of you. Now I'll tell you what, I'm gonna step away for a second, just so that I can go ahead. We can check on how judging is going, and we'll return as soon as I have the judging roster with us. So stay tuned. We'll just be keeping the stream running, and we'll be back. All right. For judging, we do have a panel of judges. So who we work with. So some of our judges have joined in for this event. And aside from that, for some of our sponsor categories, of course, the coaches are involved as well. So yeah, that's a gist of how judging goes. So let me go ahead and yeah, I'll step back for a bit and we'll join you all again soon. Oh, my time zone. I am in India. So yeah, I am currently in the IST, Indian Standard time zone. But yeah, I'll see you also. Okay. Hey,
Hey, how's it going?
all good here. What about you?
I'm doing good. And a big hello to all of our hackers out there in YouTube, Twitch chat, all across the world. I can see all of you throwing your hands in right now.
It's
Hello
been
to
so good having everyone here, right?
Oh, it's been amazing. It's so much fun, really, having not just for anyone who is unfamiliar so far. We have had not just one event but two this weekend. So we have had a
Yeah.
whole bunch of you folks getting to show up across both APAC, NA, Europe. The whole fun, all of the fun places that we happen to do hackathons in. And boy, did we have some fun this weekend. We have a whole bunch of real fun projects to get through.
So I know we've had a really exciting weekend. We can go on and on about that, but I know a lot of these folks here are going to be waiting for well, the
Yeah.
main event here, the prizes, of course, right?
Everyone
So
loves a bit of swag.
absolutely. So I think we can get there. First up, a huge thank you to all the hackers, mentors, judges who joined in. I don't think any of these hackathons can be whole without any one of these three not being there. They're all an important part. They all make these hackathons such a wonderful experience. So it was wonderful to have you all here. And it's not that we had any small numbers. We had over 125 hackers join in for this hackathon, which is an amazing number. You know, through these we saw over 25 projects submitted, which is we had a lot of people collaborating, a lot of amazing projects being built. So huge shout out to all of you for the amazing work you did throughout the weekend. Now, as we come to some of our prizes now, as I'm sure I've seen chatter in the chat. I know people have been waiting.
Yes, we'll go into the prizes now, and then I'll talk about my beard routine later. Um, okay. So first up, we have the Evolution sponsor prizes. I love the places that chat goes sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like you folks just find a billion different ways to like throw me a ball that I wasn't expecting to catch. Um, All right, so first up, we have all of our amazing emulation sponsor prizes, starting with Best Web Monetization Project by Coil, which goes to, drumroll please, Trender. Congratulations to you folks. This was a real awesome use of web monetization. Congratulations, you get yourself some awesome Coil swag.
Awesome. Well done, team. Um, I was looking at this project earlier. I know they leveraged Coil for it's in a pretty good way, if I'm honest. For any images they had across, in order to access, that's
Yeah, to
essentially
unblur the image,
yeah,
you had to pay
exactly.
a little bit of Coil, which
That
is
was
a.
a smart
I
use.
feel like I feel like that's almost the thing you could do with like newspapers, where it's like you get to read the article after it's been like unblurred.
Exactly. So
But
anyway,
yeah,
that was a really cool use. Now, the next project we have here, I think this could be a good, interesting track. I think especially with Web3 projects, it's always nice to see something
mm,
cool come up. And this, of
this is
course,
always a
here,
fun one.
yeah. So the best use of DSO here goes to any guesses. Actually, I'll tell you what in the chat. Let's ask. Does anyone have any guesses who won the DSO track?
I'm very excited to see what the.
Yeah.
I had a few thoughts with this because there was some really strong projects in the DSO track this time.
Oh
So I was like, I
yeah.
really wasn't quite sure where it was going to go. Um, I'm
But
seeing some things come through.
yep, absolutely. But this one was just on point with the tech. What these were supposed to be used for, which is decentralized social media. So, really excited to share that the winner of this track is Designer Forum. I saw this project. I saw that it's a social media and a lookbook for designers, enthusiasts, and that's such a great way of leveraging our theme here as well with DSO, right? They leveraged NFTs for designers. They allowed brands to tokenize. So I think overall it was a fantastic use case that they came up with.
Yeah, this was a really awesome one, especially the fact that they weren't just using the like like the DeSo protocol stuff to do the NFT stuff with the DeSo blockchain, but also doing login with the DeSo identity module, being able to like interact directly with like the buying and selling of the NFTs in the platform. It's a real awesome piece of kit.
Yep, absolutely. Next up, we've got a track that I'm a big fan of. Honestly, I absolutely love projects in this one because I love working with Twilio myself. I think I've lost count of the amount of times I've recruited people through Twilio voice. So always a fun one. Sean, would you like to tell a little about the project that took this track?
Absolutely. So the winner of this category is What's That Style? This is a real doozy of a project. I personally have always had this problem where you're like you go out and you see someone else like send a photo like you're scrolling through Instagram and you see a photo of someone else's outfit and you're like, I want that. So you go on and you take a photo of that, you get a screenshot and you're like, where do I go and find all of these like very specific clothes? And what this team did is they built a WhatsApp bot using the Twilio APIs where you can send it a photo of someone in their clothes and the bot will save that image. You can write notes about that image and it will be then saved to your personal What's That Style gallery so you can go through and plan your outfits later. Which honestly, I like as someone who likes sort of picking things up off the internet in terms of like style tips, this is like the one of the fastest ways to just like throw images at a thing and have it work. Like I really love these like ways of using Twilio to just make stuff easier, and this absolutely fits that bill.
Amazing work. What's that style? Well done with this project. I think this next category is going to have an interesting prize as well. And I believe this is a prize whose demo we saw earlier. So, Cockroach DB, of course, it's a good track because I think I always try to keep a lookout for any interesting cases with databases, usage of databases, seeing how these tech are being leveraged. Because I think a lot of us, we end up getting stuck to a lot of our fundamentals, right? Like, um, MySQL or just SQL Server or Mongo, and it's always fun to see something go beyond that. So CockroachDB's track is one that I look forward to, and I am definitely very excited to share that the winner of the CockroachDB track is Swapify. So Swapify
Chat is
was
doing very well on the guesses here.
so. If I'm honest, I think Swapify had one of the best demos I've ever seen in my life. Um, and it showcased their use case so well, right?
I was
They were
very
essentially,
impressed with that.
yeah,
Um,
to have an application that is designed to enable clothes swapping, and I think they showcased it in the best way possible. The demo video is one to look at if anyone has missed it out, and you can actually probably scroll back on the video and find it there because uh, they really hit the mark well on that. So amazing work, Spotify. Great project, and really happy to have you folks as a winner.
absolutely.
This next track here, always one I think that we like to see because GitHub is probably the tech that we all use so much all the time, right?
It's definitely the thing that I spend the most of my time in. I think it's either GitHub or some tool that is like I don't know if anyone's familiar with like the GitHub desktop tool or those kinds of things. It's like I always end up in there when I'm trying to like unbreak my branches, because I love GitHub very much. I am my own worst enemy when it comes to Git.
I can totally imagine. I remember I started off using GitHub Desktop and then gradually went on to use
Yeah,
the
everyone transitions
Git
to the
CLI.
CLI at some point.
But I mean, honestly, half of my stuff, especially with PRs and all, I still go back to GitHub. I don't use the GitHub CLI for that. I still prefer the UI. It's comfortable to work with.
I'm one
So
of those awful people who uses nothing but the GitHub CLI, and then whenever I need to add one file, I just go and drag and drop it into the web UI. Like, it's just it's one of those things where it's like I could do this properly, but it's so easy. Um, anyway, back to best most creative use of GitHub. This one is always a fun one, I think, because like you'll get everything from like really good uses of GitHub, just as like a tool, all the way through to people like building like their life's work piece of art in like GitHub commit like patterns. Like you get stuff
Honestly,
from
that's,
really
that's
all
so
over.
true. So yeah, the winner for this category, drum rolls here, of course. Um, it's weird Ukraine.
Congratulations, folks. This
Awesome.
was
So I remember I was checking out this project earlier as well, and
yeah,
I
this
think
was
it's a
really.
great.
Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, so I think it's a
There's a
wonderful
very
use
slight
case.
delay, so I keep jumping in just ahead of you.
I think we all enjoyed this project so much. We all want to give our little thoughts on it. But I think it was a really cool way of just building out an overall solution for anyone wanting to leverage this app. Right, it had support, whether in terms of they talked about food and shelter, they discussed online healthcare, they discussed SOS solutions. It just used a little of a lot and brought together a wonderful application here. And even with GitHub, I think they pretty much leveraged most major GitHub tools that we can, right?
Yeah, this
Ranging
is
from
the thing that surprised me is they basically managed to use every single thing you can possibly use in a
yeah,
GitHub repository, from like pull requests, issues, branches, pages, templates, actions, like and use them all like really well. Like it's like the entire project was like extremely solid, but also built around a very good core, and I always love to see that.
exactly. So I totally agree. I think it was definitely wonderful that way. I mean, I can never figure out actions for the love of me. I just depend on cloud platforms giving me the action. But
I've lived in YAML for too long to not understand how actions work. like because a good chunk of my last year was spent doing things in AWS, and anybody who has ever had to deal with cloud formation will know that at some point your mind just becomes YAML. Like there's a point where you think all you think of is just like four tab spaces.
I can imagine for sure.
Also in
Um,
chat, yes, the classic merge conflicts, nuke the repo and clone again. Yeah,
I
or
think people are getting really creative here.
the even better one is the merge conflict. That's fine. I'll just copy those files out, delete the repo, clone it down, then copy the files back in. Like,
Been there, done that.
don't
I
write
have
new
to say.
code, just do new ways. Um,
Yeah,
right, what have
I've
we got
personally
next
been
up?
there. But yeah, I think those were some of our sponsor prizes. Amazing projects. Well done to all these teams. Now we're on to our hackathon specific prizes here for Hack the Runway. So, of course, we've got our overall prizes as well as our two special prizes, the Showstopper hack and the Fashion Icon hack. So, I think the first one of these that we've got is the Showstopper hack, which was for the best UI, of course, among these fashion themed hacks. So, John, would you like to tell a little about this hack? I think this is going to be an interesting one because I was checking it out earlier.
Yeah, I absolutely would do. So this was a project that I thought had a really good like concept behind it, but also had really great UI design. This is a project very specifically built around a problem that we all have, where you end up with a whole bunch of hackathon t-shirts, and then you have no idea where any of them are because they are all in a giant pile of hackathon t-shirts, and you're like, that's the pile of hackathon t-shirts. And then you look at them
Yeah.
like once a year and try and figure out what's inside them, and then you go home and cry. But yes, so this is a project built primarily to help solve that problem of tracking your clothes, and also figuring out color combinations and styles using machine learning, which is not something
Ooh.
that I had seen up until this point. I thought that was a really awesome use of ML algorithms and models. And the winner for this category is
My
My
closet.
Closet. Big
I have to
congratulations
agree.
to you folks.
Yeah, amazing project. And I still remember I saw their UI. I definitely love the work they've done there. I especially also love their logo design. I think it's such a nice. It's a very calming.
Yeah,
The
the
entire color
colors
scheme.
make you feel like you're at a
It's
sunset
cool.
almost.
Yeah, absolutely. Wonderful work there. I think great job done. Now, of course, we're moving towards our best fashion icon project, which was there to talk about our, you know, a hack that was very on theme for, of course, this hackathon, right? A hackathon, project that talked about, well, fashion, of course. So I think the project we chose was again a very cool solution here because it wasn't just a one-stop app to organize your wardrobe, but it focused on pairing as well, especially, which is so important, right? When we talk about clothing and fashion, I think that's such an important aspect, and they kind of touched pretty well on that. They had an interesting UI as well, so it was a really cool hack, if I'm honest. And yeah, the winner for this category here is My Runway. Amazing stuff, amazing work.
Congratulations, folks.
With
This was one
that,
that I really thought like broke
yeah,
down the whole concept of how you should do like virtual fashion really nicely as well, in a way that I don't
exactly.
think we've really seen so far.
I absolutely agree. I think they were really on the mark there. Amazing work, absolutely. Um, with that, we're now at the overall prices, our top three. Sheesh, I'm
Ooh.
getting the chills if I'm honest. This is always the fun part, isn't it?
This is where it all comes down to the metal. We have three, only
Oof.
three could win.
Oh yes. So I think let's talk about our third prize first. This one, honestly, if I have to say, again, it focused a lot on customization of clothes and designs, but I liked the work they did, and I think so did our judges, if I'm honest. So I'm definitely excited about this project here. Let's give it a little drum load, shall we?
This is
My look. Awesome work, amazing project. I think their UI was clean as well. They definitely used a lot of well tested, battle tested tech there. We had React, they had 3D model rendering with 3JS, we saw a bit of DSO, we saw a lot of GitHub. Um, I think it was overall a pretty well developed app, and it fit this theme well, this as well. So I think job well done to the
yeah,
team. Well done with my look.
congratulations there.
Next up, we've got our second overall. Um, John, do you want to tell a little about this idea? Any thoughts you had on
Yeah,
this?
definitely. So this was a project that came pretty much unanimously up the chain in our judges listings. This is a project designed not just for the people who wear clothes, but also the people who make them. The goal here was to build a platform where awesome fashion designers can meet awesome people who want to wear that fashion and allow them to commission custom stuff from designers, which I think is a really awesome piece. We've sort of like in the modern day, we've kind of lost the idea that people go to their tailor. And I feel like this is like the digital way of bringing that back. So big congratulations to Code Glamour for taking second place.
Amazing work, if I'm honest. I think it was a great concept. I absolutely loved their research. I think they took into account a lot of this. Like I saw references to Forbes, and they did their research pretty well. So I think it was again a well planned application. Well done with them. Awesome. Now onwards to our to the one who won it all,
The
isn't
last
it?
piece of the puzzle. We're gonna need come on, chat guy. I need a proper full on drum roll going here.
Yep,
You
absolutely.
ready?
Yep,
We are
absolutely.
gonna be heading for number one is App Owl,
Apparel.
which
I
is
think
also
this
my
was
favorite pun.
great.
by
That's
a wide,
exactly what I
wide
was thinking.
margin.
This was such a good solution here. Again, we had folks focusing on actually retaining and seeing how these designs can continue, right? I think that was something that not a lot of people are thinking about. It's one thing to see so many designs coming in, entering the space, but to let them sustain, that's definitely not something very common. So here was a tool trying to redefine that space by uh, leveraging existing designs for the future as well.
Yeah,
And
and especially when it comes to like modern like usage of like generative adversarial neural nets, using it to literally generate entire new like forms of clothing and like ways that you can wear stuff feels very similar to like a lot of the modern ways that we're starting to use that for like manufacturing and things, but applied to fashion, which is really cool.
absolutely, I think I totally agree with that. This was just a wonderful hack overall. Um, well deserved winner for sure. And I think we've got our hackers here in there because
Yeah, there's a few people gently losing their minds in chat. Congratulations, folks.
just wonderful work there for everyone from everyone. So yeah, congrats to all the winners. We had so much amazing work coming out, and I think these projects really stood out. Job well done. And that being said, huge shout out to everyone who went ahead, built, and submitted. All of you who had demos submitted with your projects, you will be getting an iDemo sticker that is customized for Hack the Runway. So, well done. Um, to all of you for spending these 2 days building projects, building out your own ideas. One thing that you do need to make sure for the iDemo stickers is that to be eligible, make sure you filled out the check-in form and submitted your hack to dev. We've got these hacks submitted, of course, but make sure your check-in form and your address forms are up to date. That will be necessary to ensure that you're eligible for these stickers. So that being said, well done to everyone. Just a reminder, the fun doesn't end this weekend. You know, of course, we had Hack the Runway going on right now, but just like that, we host hackathons every single weekend. We've got quite a few coming soon. So next up, keep an eye out for Hacky Birthday MLH, where
Yay.
we're celebrating MLH's birthday, of course.
There will be cake.
And
There might not be cake. Don't quote me on that. There,
we'll
there will be
have
cake in the
virtual
photo at
cakes for
least.
sure. Yeah. And along with that, we also have Backyard Hacks 3.0 running that will be happening the week after. So we've got some really, really cool hacks coming up over the next couple of weeks. Stay tuned for these. Um, and once again, thanks a lot, everyone. Thank you so much. All hackers, all mentors, all judges. You all really do make up this community. It would be nothing without all of your contributions and participation. So, thanks a lot once again, and hope you all have a great day or a great evening ahead.
Thank you,
See ya.
folks. To answer a quick question in chat as well, everyone who
Yeah.
has submitted a demo, you will get stickers. Don't worry about that. As long as you've got something on DevPost, you're in the running. And if you want the details on my beard fade, you will have to show up to next FPH where I will cover that in the opening Q&A. Because
Ooh, that's
apparently
gonna be
that is a
fun.
thing of intense focus now, which
Sheesh.
I'm not gonna complain, but clearly my straight edge razor skills have gotten far better than I thought they were. I love Revelation. We love you too.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, folks, and we will see you very, very soon.
Take care, everyone. Bye.